Hi guys, this is a companion layout for Here Comes the Sun. This is a layout that I created. I had this second photo of Abbey Road, the album cover, and I was planning on putting both of those photos on this layout, but as you can see, this layout kind of went in a different direction. I wanted to kind of compare how it's sort of the similar perspective of the photo and just completely different streets. And so what I did was I had a bunch of things still on my table from the last one. There's some peppermint paper from Crate Paper, one of their Christmas collections, but I just love that wood grain. So I'm going to mat the photo in that. And these are all things that were still out from the other layout. I did this one right after. And so I'm going to take a minute there to write down some of my supplies so I don't forget what I'm using. I have another scrap of that vellum from the Studio Calico block party kit. And then that wonky circular paper, the gray, that one, is from Tim and Beck, and I thought it really reminded me of the Yellow Submarine artwork. And so I thought it was a good choice for this layout. I'm just kind of trying to think of how I'm going to put it. Um, and then I had another strip of that camera paper from Echo Park Everyday Eclectic collection. I'm going to add some outlining on the outside of this layout just because I'm planning to do some outlining within the layout. So I wanted to just kind of make it look cohesive. And so there I am just outlining that piece of circular wonky paper. It's very kind of retro groovy paper, except that it's not very colorful, which is kind of good because I didn't want it to take away from the photo. So there I am just outlining that Echo Park Everyday Eclectic strip that I'm going to use, and that will help tie in. These two layouts will go side by side, so I want to have a couple of elements that are similar. And that paper, the vellum has a slit in it, but I just ignore that kind of thing. I cut too far on one of my cuts. And that tree is from the Fifth and Frolic collection. It's from the sticker set, and it really kind of I thought it looked good with the trees on the side of the photo. It almost looks like the trees just keep on going onto the layout. And I'm going to cover up that banner that's on the tree with something else. And so here I was going to use this crepe paper border. I was going to use it above and below that strip, which would have looked really cool, but I didn't want to use that color. I wanted to be able to, because that color is that reddish orange, and I thought I'd probably be using some pinks on this layout. So I went with that other border, which is also from crepe paper, but it's more of a subtle, it's got pinks in it. It's like a peachy color. And so I just stuck that down to the page, and then I'm gonna pop dot my strip of camera paper just to give it a bit of dimension, and then I cut it off. And this is going right off the page, even across the border on the page. And then this is a vellum strip of, it's like washi tape, but it's like a border by Basic Gray, and it has rock and roll peace and love written on it, and so I thought that was pretty appropriate for the Beatles. And then I'm trying to use these banners as scallops, but I couldn't really quite figure out how to do it along my photo, so I ended up putting some up in the top corner there. And then some of those Amy Tangerine stickers seemed appropriate, but I wanted to be careful that I don't make it too orangey, because I was kind of trying to reserve some of those Fifth and Frolic stickers, which have a lot of pink in it. And so, oh yes, I put that little Apple sticker up in the tree because Apple Studios is where is the label that the Beatles were working with when they did that album. And so I thought that was kind of appropriate, and it's green. It actually looks really similar to the label um, or to the logo for the company, I think. So I found a sticker to cover up that banner that came on the tree. I just put that on this day, which I'm actually going to cover those words, but I liked the pink in it. And then I put that Notes is I think it's an Avalicious die cut that I ordered. And so I just used my little Dymo machine. Sorry, you can't see me doing it. And I'm just typing out the word heart these guys, just because I couldn't think of anything else to put on. um, And then I had to cut around it because the Dymo tape was a little bit wider than the label. So I just stuck that down there. And now I'm looking for something to put behind um, that circular Avalicious die cut. And I tried a couple of things from the On Trend collection. I've got a couple of On Trend sticker sheets. I don't have the collection. I've actually ordered the collection after watching Craft and Kate's recent video, because I was kind of holding out, trying not to order it, but I love these stickers so much, and I love what Kate did with the collection, so I went ahead and ordered it. So you see me there just layering a couple of things. So there's an on-trend sticker on the back there, and then I have that one that says Notes is either Avalicious or L Studio. I make orders from both of those places at the same time, so I can never remember which is which. Um, but yeah, so I'm liking how that looks mostly. I put a crepe paper ticket um, sticker in behind there just to kind of so that it's not floating. I took out those apples, but they're a little bit too much. I like having just one little thing. I don't know, I didn't want to repeat the apple thing. So I took that Amy Tangerine sticker and put it on the Avalicious die cut. And now I have those little icons, and what I really like about the icons, and you can't see what I'm doing because I zoomed in and forgot to zoom out, but what I really like about those Amy Tangerine die cuts, or no, the icon puffy stickers, is that the little cars in it are really similar to the little beetle cars that are in the background on this photo. So I wanted to use them, and you see I put them down there in the corner, a little line of them. And now I'm just using my sewing machine to sew that banner onto the layout. And it also adds a little bit of black to the layout. There's a lot of black in the photo, so I always like to make sure that I bring some black either in the form of outlining at the very least, or black thread, or different black elements. And so there I have a black heart as well. And so now I think I'm probably putting adhesive on that circular cluster. Or maybe I'm going to look for something. Maybe I'm getting some more stickers or something. Yep, I was picking out some more stickers. So I went back to those on-trend stickers, and yeah, that little car looks great there. I love the cars instead of the heart. What I did was I pulled the heart off of the Amy Tan embellishment, and I put the car there instead. And that just kind of it brings, because I've already got a row of cars at the bottom, I wanted them to not be so random, so I brought them into the layout, into the cluster, and also it kind of emphasizes the fact that, there are a couple of cars like that in the photo. So it's got a little heart, so it kind of goes along with the whole idea of peace and love that I talk about that's on the trim above. So now I'm going through my letter stickers and trying to pick out what I'm going to use. And I love these foil thickers. They are probably, well, I say this about all the fonts, but this really is one of my favorite fonts. And they are called, let me see, Sentiment. And they're just really cool. I think they're old because I got them at Winners, and usually Winners has older stuff. And then these are some Glitz Designs Teeny Alpha stickers, I think they're called. And my sister gave me those when she came to visit me recently. She gave me them in a bunch of different colors, so I thought that greeny color was great. But I'm not going to use them. I can't remember why. I can't quite remember why. But anyways, I went with this other similar color of October Afternoon mini market stickers. I think the other stickers would have looked great too. I'm not sure what I was thinking. It wasn't that long ago. It was only Thursday, but I can't remember my thought process. So now I'm thinking about adding some of those little arrows. I'm trying to use up as much from my Studio Calico kit as I can. I'm having a hard time using this one up. And so I'm going to my stash quite a bit for layouts, and then just kind of bringing in stuff from the kits. I felt like I needed something there to point to the subtitle because it's kind of like the other, and it's not really the subtitle, but it's the second part of the title. So I took a letter V from those stickers and a letter L, and I cut them both to create a little homemade arrow. And that just kind of, because the pink foil is such a strong element on this page. It does two things. It brings your attention down to the Abbey Road words, but also oh yes, I was looking for the track list there because I'm going to put all of the tracks around. So yeah, so what the arrow does is it brings more of that strong element down to someplace else so it doesn't stand out as so kind of random. And it also brings your attention to the words Abbey Road, which are part of the title. So, and then I really misjudged this, so I ended up running out of room and I had to leave off the last two tracks because I really spread out my words at the top and then I had to squeeze them together at the end. So that's okay. All my favorite songs are included. It's just the last two. So I think I'm just doing kind of the final touches here. There's my kitty, Maya. And so I'm kind of looking at how I'm going to put them together in the album, giving you a bit of a close-up there, but I think I'm going to do more. And what I was thinking at this point is that there's that little space on the side, and I don't usually worry about things like trapped white space or whatever, just because sometimes I feel like I can just overthink my layout too much when I think about those kinds of things. But that little side was really irritating me. Oftentimes I'll just leave white space just because I don't mind it. But I think because it was so heavily embellished on the left side, it kind of felt like the right side was kind of tipping over or something, and also just the way that everything is angled that way. I just kind of felt like it needed more embellishment over on that side. So you saw that I took that lovely crepe paper on trend sticker and I pulled out that apple one is an October afternoon, and that again is another kind of reference to the apple, and another Fifth and Frolic label sticker is added in there too. And so I'm just kind of looking through the stickers that I already had out for the other embellishment, and I have those music notes. I think those are from On Trend as well, and those little diamond trim pieces are from Fifth and Frolic. And I'm just kind of fiddling around with them and trying to figure out something that's gonna work. I'm gonna end up taking off those music notes and put a little heart on there. Then I think I take the heart off eventually. No, I left the heart on. So I'm gonna trim them up, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take off that music note. Yeah, I'm looking for something else to put there. So I pulled out my little doodads that I keep, any little tiny die cut pieces and stuff from Avalicious and El Studio and Studio Calico. I just put on those little cards and I store them there. So I'm just, that one is really similar to the other one that I used on the left side. So I think that's why I ended up going with that one, because it kind of brings some more. Basically, there was too much creamy stuff on the right side, so I wanted to balance it out with some white. So there's a close-up of the little cluster up in the top and my journaling around the side. There's the title, and I don't know if there's anything else that I really need to point out here, but that's how all those labels ended up coming together. And so, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, just leave me a comment below. And you can always check out my blog, which is sometimes a little bit delayed from my YouTube channel, but it does have kind of the pictures that you can look at if you wanted to. So take care, guys, and I have another layout coming up really, really soon.